around in front of her house. So she called me because she heard a bang.
All right, hold on. Your daughter heard a bang. She was turning the car around, and she heard a bang.
Yeah, she stopped. She already stopped in the middle of the street.
Okay, and she had heard a bang stopping in the middle of the street. Okay.
Okay, then she called me, so I went out there, I looked at that, and she had broken glasses on the middle of the street, and her car was around over 1 foot away from those broken glasses.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I saw the other party. She already moved her car parked back on the curb on the same side of our street, and my daughter was so nervous, she just stayed in the car, you know. So anyway, I took pictures right away all around there. And then I also talked to the other party. She came along. She just said, I got to go. I said, where are you going? She said, I just got to go. I just, I'm not going any place. Stay here until we clear everything. Then I stopped asking her everything. She said, so we took pictures of each other. And meanwhile, my neighbor, which is a friend, my neighbor, and then my neighbor came out because he heard the bang, and then he stood there looking, and then so we moved from there, and then she just drove the car away after we exchanged all these documents, and then the next day I heard, I called my insurance company, and then we bought this thing.
Was your daughter's car involved in the accident?
This is our car, yes.
That's the car that she turned around and heard a bang. So she was actually hit. You didn't mention that. She was in the accident, right, Mina? Okay, so that's confusing. You said my daughter heard a bang.
She was in the car.
So she was hit.
She was hit.
Okay, thank you. That helps. That helps a little bit. All right, so she was hit, and as she was turning the car around, where was the car coming from? It was coming from another direction and hit your daughter's car?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, your daughter's at fault.
Yeah, she said she looked all over.
Doesn't matter. Your daughter's at fault. Your daughter's at fault. She was making a U-turn when she was hit.
Yeah.
The other driver had the right of way.
Okay, but here's what I say circumstantial. Because when I went out there, the other driver right away said, I got to go. And I said, what?
It doesn't matter.
You're not going.
Ming, that doesn't say anything about whether she got hit or whose fault it is. She just wanted to leave. That doesn't change anything.
But if someone hit your car, would you stand there, want to exchange information?
Yeah, but you said you took. But you said you took pictures. And she talked to you, and then she said, I have to go.
Yes.
So what circumstantial evidence? Ming, Mingna, it's not that. It's not going to help. The fact that she drove away, it's not a hit and run. You exchanged information. She didn't want to wait for the police. You know, if you wait for the police at 10 hours. Yeah, no. Your daughter's at fault. Your daughter's going to get tagged for this one. Hey, Simon, you're up. Welcome to the show. What can I do for you?
Yeah, hey Bill. Yeah, my fiance, I live in the United States. I'm a U.S. citizen, but my fiance is in Ethiopia.
Ethiopia?
And, I filed with the
Whoa! I don't know if I've ever had a call from someone in Ethiopia. By the way, do you know how they differentiate the workforce in Ethiopia? Which I just found out.
No.
It's differentiated between white collar and blue collar. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, okay. Just wondering. Okay, so your fiance is in Ethiopia, so tell me your problem.
Yes, sir. So what happened was I filed with the Immigration Services like 2 years ago in 2020 because...
Get a date doing what you're doing. Reflective glass, doorbell, camera, upside down, upside down. This one is Wingstop. I don't go to Wingstop because it takes 30 minutes for those people to even acknowledge you're there. Very bad customer service, so I just don't go. I don't have time to stand there and just wait for them to not talk to me, so that one, same thing. They know that. So look at the patterns. Remember we talked about we pay very close attention to patterns. They don't, we do. And Mr. Perry is 13 years, no date, but he gets hold on. You know, McNamara email, Michael's drugged email, Fabian puzzle, on and on. We got names now: Calvin, Muffin Man, nicknamed Muffin Man, nickname Geppetto. They're little code words for their games. This is why, because everybody gets pissed off when I'm broke. So this is a recording of I waited forever for anything to come in. It's Saturday night at 7 o'clock. It's dinner time. This should be really busy. So I've claimed that they hacked my app, my phone, and they're taking my money. And they are. They're limiting what I can make. They did the same thing at my strip clubs. They rent out the whole strip club and run off all the paying customers. Send their 5 guys in with canned food. Mr. Perry has expressed intent to coerce. It is called, we're calling it, witness tampering, victim tampering, grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce. I don't know what the hell he calls it. Starve you into a lie because you're telling the truth. So in 13 years, we all look at outcomes and results. You figure out where your target is, and you execute a plan to hit the target with precision and accuracy. Our goal is the guy goes to prison and he never bothers anybody again. That's our goal. He says he's a weeble wobble. He's exempt from prosecution. I'd like him to do a press conference and tell everybody that he thinks he's exempt from prosecution when he starves women and children to get a thrill. So, because if we're quoting him, then that's not the case. Or he wouldn't be calling all around saying which law enforcement agency is helping Cynthia. I can't do this by myself. Who got me the Fabian puzzle in jail? Who told me Michael Neely was drugged? Months before that came out in depositions that he was indeed drugged. The McNamara was all about you wanted to coerce. You wanted to arrange a false arrest, go into court and lie, arrange a false arrest, and coerce me into something I didn't want to do. So this is just another way that you do that. You're taking my money. It's been duly noted for the record. You pressured me and bothered me all day. Go work, go work, go work, go work. Why? Because you're going to do what? This? You're going to send me a bunch of upside down orders I can't make any money on? Or nothing? Or Wingstop, where you know I don't go because the service is bad. I'm not going to stand 20 minutes and wait for people not to talk to me. It's very rude. Those people are very rude. I won't go in there. This one I can't make any money on. This is one that I took. And this is one that upside down. Can't make any money on that. And this is another reflective door in a ringtone, in a doorbell camera. Like Neil. I got pictures of you. I'm a stalker. You're coming to Oklahoma where I am. We got Pinto. We got Mickey James. We got Dave Robertson. We got Wagner. Joel. All your people that came in and said creepy shit to me, threatened me or something, or tried to entice, coerce. He'll give you $5,000 for sex. And I was like, ew, no. And how is that a political vendetta, Mr. Perry? See, there's no political vendetta. You're stalking me. And in 13 years, out of doing what you're doing, you never get a date, you just get told on. And you keep doing the same thing that gives you the same results. You've done it to a lot of women, you've done it to a lot of kids. It's different though when you do it to me and you act like you have no fucking idea what I just said. Your response is never appropriate to what's just said. And I'm like, I told you so. It's either a reflective door. See, this is not the one that the customer got. This is the one I did so that Mr. Wishcamper and Mr. Miller can see that you can see my reflection. My guys were like, watch those reflective doors. And there's the doorbell camera. The 2 orders that I got had either a reflective door or both. So, and then there's nothing, and then there's a bunch of upside down orders. And then everybody goes, she's broke again because he's taking her money. So I told you so. This is what you were pushing me to do all day. Go work, go work, go work, because you have that all planned out. Well, but I did say that these orders are chosen on algorithm. DoorDash tells us, Uber Eats tells us, and Grubhub tells us. So you've hacked it in order to have your people call in and get that. So you can get that. You're a stalker. You're getting pictures of me. I know. We've said that. We've said it a lot. You're also a hacker. All of these are felonies, sir. They're not a date. Are you able to identify the difference between a felony and a date? Hacking, peeping, stalking, coercion, witness tampering, all of that's a crime, sir. It's not a trophy. It's not something that makes you cool. And if you have to call around and ask who's helping me and who's getting the recordings and who has them and you want to buy them, then you know you're not a weeble wobble. That you are, you guys, we're weeble wobbles. We wobble, but we never fall down. I think that there's some 50,000 plus recordings of you that would show otherwise. So we're like, what is his fucking goal anyway? Because he does the same thing that gets everybody mad and he gets told on. We just heard you talking to somebody about extortion. This is extortion. And the guy was like, no, first of all, she's responding to I'm going to starve you into taking my bribe. You won't have a choice. You want to eat, you're going to take my money and lie. And you've said that, and said that, and said that, and said that, right, Mr. Perry? This is Cynthia Ortiz. He's allegedly applied the but for Mr. Perry doing this shit to me. Legal standard. We document it, and document it, and document it, and document it for our court case against you. You want to know who has the recordings? Then you act like there's nobody that has recordings. If I'm quoting you, you're in some trouble. Unless you said something, that made sense. So they're calling, Mr. Perry bothered me all day. My guys get all pissed off. They start getting us more. Get her on extortion. Yep, she's not extorting fuck. What she said is there's a normal legal process when you're arrested that she can get some restitution. So what she's saying is, in response to your bribe, I don't want your byline money. And thanks, by the way, for validating me and giving me credibility. You wouldn't say such things if I wouldn't tell them the truth. Right? Who's Monique to you? So, when you bother me, it's different than what happens with all your other victims. You get caught. You get told on, don't you? So, you want to fuck up my money, just know you're going to get the same thing you always get. You get everybody mad at you. Our shrink is like, I don't know what his goal is. He's saying he wants a cover-up. He's saying he wants a date. Those are the two things he goes around telling everybody he wants. I need a lie, I need a cover-up, and I need a date. And then he does everything she hates, nothing she likes, so he's not going to get a date. I don't think that's what he's after. Because a man who wants a woman to like him does what the woman likes. He does everything she's disgusted by. Women are turned off by peeping toms. They're turned off by butt-ins. They're turned off by men who cross boundaries. Second of all, he won't do what she likes. She's already said repeatedly, I like men who get up and work hard and have something interesting to talk about. I already know what I did all day. You have to call. Jody Arias is on TV. Arrington is on TV talking about his work, and you're calling up there to Murdoch asking him to cover up your story, what you do all day, because you're wasting your life away being a peeping tom, harassing everybody. You're a huge imposition, by the way. Everybody's sick and tired of having to deal with you, so we don't have any problem getting what you just said, right, Geppetto? Right? We heard Geppetto last night. My guys are like that. I guess it was Geppetto. That fucking witch. We just got him on the wire. He said, is she on painkillers or something? I'm doing some witchery, whatever, that Charles hired me to do to harass her. That should cause her some pain. She's not even flinching. So, I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. I'm just going to say we got that recording. So, Mr. Perry, your crime's been caught so much. So you don't want to cover up, because you just provoked us again. You provoked me all morning. So my guys got pissed off and they heard your whole it's extortion conversation. Yep, nope. Here's what she said. She said, you're committing a crime against me and I'm suffering some injuries. We've asked you to stop. You owe you got a bill due. You can either pay it in, a lot of people do this, I'll sue you, or we can settle this outside of court. Save a whole bunch of time and money. Or if it becomes where you drag it out, like it appears you want to do, until you're in jail and we do restitution, that's fine too. But you're going to pay it one way or the other. We're pretty sure we can get a conviction if you're calling around asking for who has the recordings so you can destroy them, and you keep doing exactly what I say you're doing. It's so easy, it's not even fair. So our shrink is like, so he doesn't want to cover up because he keeps pissing everybody off. We have a very easy time getting information. He's calling around looking for the recordings. Nobody will tell him a fucking thing. So he's not getting any information. We are. He's making everybody mad. So then you have to go, well, why does he keep doing the same thing every day that gets some results he says he doesn't like? It's pissing us all off. Why is she broke? She can work and make money. Why are you making her be broke? Women don't like men that starve them to death. She said, there's no man that I dated or fell in love with that butt into my personal business, called my friends and family, gaslighted me, hacked me, made me go broke. Everybody I've ever liked, cared about, fell in love with, helped support my career, helped me, be the person that I wanted to be, and I helped them be the person they wanted to be. And when it came to a point where that wasn't working anymore, then we ended the relationship and we moved on to the next thing, like adults do. I'm still friends with pretty much everybody I dated. I don't have any problem talking to them, even now. So, you, Princess Cuckoo Bird, you say you want clean teeth, but we're just not seeing you buy toothbrush or toothpaste. So we think you actually don't want clean teeth. You like having dirty teeth. 13 years, you don't do anything that women like. You do everything that disgusts us. You're causing people to feel very uncomfortable with what you're doing to me and Mike. You're making people feel very, very uncomfortable with, what you're putting us all through. You're a very big burden and a very big imposition that everybody just is really praying to God. Somebody will make you go away. You'll go away, and the nightmare's over. People don't like loss. They don't like suffering. They don't like problems. They don't like drama or the people that cause them. If you're not sure about that, watch the news. Nobody likes the bad guy. They didn't like bin Laden when he blew everybody up on 9/11, did they? They didn't like the shooter in Tulsa, did they? People called the mayor and asked, how can I help? How can I help ease suffering? So you're pissing people off, sir, doing this kind of shit to me. You're not getting a date. You're never going to get a date with me. Everybody's very, very uncomfortable with you. You're creepy. You're strange. You cause drama and problems, and everybody's tired of having to deal with it. My guys have a big case. So which one of you is going in the first roundup? Anybody know? You can't even get the recordings. You want to destroy evidence. You've told everybody who'll listen. I'm offering a lot of money for those recordings so I can destroy them and keep doing this stuff to people. Guess what? Not this time. Everybody's sick of you. Everybody's so tired of the crap that you pull. This stuff right here. Causing problems, causing suffering, causing loss. And so we get more and more and more the longer you drag this on and on and on and do these things that cause people problems. And you act like you have no fucking idea what I'm saying. You never respond right to what was just said. You're not going to get a date with me. I like men who are normal. I like men who are fun. I don't like sadists who ruin everything and destroy everything and take a life and don't think twice about it. And your only concern is not about the people you hurt. Your concern about is, how can I cover this up? Who's telling on me? Who talked? And that's a very sadistic, sociopath, psychopath thing to say. You don't give two shits about who you're hurting. All you care about is, how can I destroy the evidence against me and get away with it and keep doing this? And that makes people have a sick stomach. Normal people don't like that. So, for the first time, when you started doing this to me, the first one that you know of was the McNamara email. What's the range of false arrest to coerce a lie? It's trying to intimidate. Right? And then the Fabian puzzle. And then you got it's one thing, you tell on Fabian, I'm going to find a way to put her back in jail. She won't get out this time unless she's with me. You give up. Way off the rails weird and out of line. I don't like you. The decision isn't between you and Fabian, and you act like you think it is. As far as my romantic life goes, I'm going to be with who I want. I don't want you. I moved twice to get away from you. I've asked 11 times for a judge to make you leave me alone. You go into court, there's never been a hearing where I'm able to present my evidence and present witnesses and cross-examine you, because you make sure there's not one. You got something to hide. If you didn't have anything to hide, you would make sure there was a court hearing where everybody shows everything and a jury makes a decision that's fair. You've done all kinds of ex parte secret hearings. You went hunting with Judge Cummings. His orders don't even give a reason or cite case law. He just denies it, because when you're out duck hunting, it's hard to research, read briefs and research all that case law. Yeah, too much work, right? Yeah, he was busy. You guys were busy duck hunting, we heard. We understand. So Same thing with Mike Neely. So what you're doing really is making everybody hate you more, and then we get more. Because you're rejected. I reject you. There's nothing about you that I like. I've gone to great lengths to try to get away from you and not have to deal with this crap right here. This is not how you get women to like you. It's not. It's a crime. You need to be able, if you want to be a dignitary, then act like a dignitary. Go do what Arrington's doing. Work. And stop coming up to Oklahoma and causing everybody's life to be a living hell. So we get information because you do that. Information no one else has. You act like you don't know what I'm saying. You are pathetic. You're absolutely pathetic. You're a delusional reject. When you want to plan something and achieve a goal, you first have to know what is the goal. Ours is get as much evidence against Mr. Perry to indict and convict him in a criminal case. We're meeting that goal more than anybody you know. This doesn't help. This doesn't help my wallet right now, but it sure as shit helps our criminal case. Okay? This is a pattern. A pattern of, we got either upside down orders I can't make any money on, or restaurants you know good and well I don't go to. I don't go to restaurants with bad service. Listen to me. I don't go to restaurants where I don't walk in and it's ready and I leave. There are certain ones that are very efficient. Their staff is very professional. They're very good at what they do. They got the order ready or almost ready. Every time you walk in, they're very friendly. They're quick to say, hi, how are you? Can I help you? That's where I go. If I'm going to go in there and stand there and wait, nobody talks to me, and it's not ready, and it's a fucking mayhem, I'm not going to waste my time in that restaurant. I don't have to. So, you guys know that. So here we get all these Wingstop orders that you could actually make money on. No, but you knew I don't go to that restaurant. I've said it more than once. So you knew I'm going to decline those. This one's upside down. I can't do anything with that. This, I sat and waited forever, and I filmed that. Philip and Mallory are the only ones that are going to see how long I waited for an order to come in that I can do. So, if you want to continue to give me, I told you so, I did say, that recording, we just proved it out. Now we know why he was typing in my phone, get to work, go to work. I'm going to spend all day frustrating the shit out of you, make sure you don't have any money, so I can go rub one out. You're substantiating our witness. You're giving us a case. You're giving us a case. You're not going to get a date. You get told on. It's been the same thing every day for 13 years. You don't know what day they're going to pull the plug. You don't know what day they're going to have this ready to go. You don't know which group they're going to round up first. You don't know what day that's going to be. You don't know who's going to do the roundup. You don't know who in law enforcement gets all those recordings and gives them to me. They're getting that from you, and they're giving it to me. And you piss them off like a motherfucker. So, don't complain when you get told on. You asked for that. You asked for it. And that's today. That was today. I'm like, I give up. This is yesterday. Look how many doorbell cameras and reflective glass doors I get. Another one. I think that guy just, like, one of the few that didn't have one. There's another camera. Yeah. Those are your people. Another camera doorbell. Look at that. Look how many. Another doorbell camera. He wanted me to hand it to him. Another doorbell camera. I think that was one of the few that didn't have one. Another doorbell camera. Upside down. Upside down. I don't go to Wingstop. I don't go to Wingstop. Upside down. Upside down. We screenshot each and every one of these. They go into a Dropbox only Philip and Mallory can get to, in case you carry out that threat. I'm going to harass the hell out of you and then say you're harassing us. Watch for the patterns. Here we go again, Wingstop. Upside down. Every single thing I do is screenshotted. Every order, every picture I take of a residence, that I dropped it off. or handed it to them. You had your customers call in and lie and file a complaint. She didn't hand it to me. So now I take pictures of it even when I hand it to them. I had one lady complain about that. It was funny. She complained. She goes, you don't need to take a picture when you hand it to me. And I go, I do. We've had people lie and say they didn't get their order, and I guess get a second order. And as I'm leaving her property, she had a security system that actually told you, you're on camera. I was like, oh my God. She's complaining. There's another upside down. I'm sorry, wait. Pizza. I don't do pizza places either. Upside down. Pizza place. Upside down. Upside down. Upside down. Somebody's like took it too. That's still not enough to make any money. It's upside down. A little, not as bad as some of these, but it's upside down. It's got to be $1.50 a mile, $1.50 a mile. And it can't go too far outside the hot zone, because once I start having to go back to the hot zone, that now it's not just 6 miles, it's 12. It's 6 miles outside the hot zone for the delivery, and then I got to drive 6 back into the hot zone to get the next order. If it's inside the hot zone, I don't care. If it's out, because I can get another order wherever I end up. But if it's outside, now I got to count it as 12 miles. So I need to ask for more money. This, it's not worth my time. This is upside down, upside down, upside down, upside down, upside down. That one. I think I did that one. That one, upside down, upside down. Upside down. There's a lot of upside downs. It was, when I first started this especially, it was normal to get a couple of those. I would get maybe 2 or 3 a night. Now I'm just getting all constant. Waste a lot of my time sitting there declining those. Upside down. Upside down. And that's basically my summary for Mr. Miller. I mean, I think I said a lot of doorbell cameras and reflective glass today, and a lot of upside down. So we got more. We got the recording of the witch. Is she taking painkillers or something? I'm doing things that should cause her physical pain, like casting spells and shit. And she's not flinching. So why is it? What's that all about? I'm a Christian. Maybe that's it. That could be it. You have to ask God permission to do something to hurt me, and He will always use it for my good. So keep that in mind. Is Geppetto the name of your witch, Mr. Perry? Is that who that is? Who's Muffin Man to you? Who's Geppetto? Who's your witch? Why would you be involved in satanic worship anyway? I thought you said you're a Baptist, Deacon, Christian, Bible thumping family man, right? Republican. I mean, what are you really? No one really knows. What do you want really? Because you do things that repulse me. The things you do repulse even prisoners. So you're not getting a date. 13 years, there's no chance of a date. What you've gotten, though, is we get your code words, and we find out you're calling around looking for recordings and who in law enforcement is helping her. See if it's Baton Rouge. See if it's Albuquerque. See if it's Roswell Police. Well, Roswell Police said none of those guys know her, but one of them went to school with one of them's wife. All of a sudden, I get a text from her. Wow. So they got the recording of the guy saying that. We called Roswell Police to see if it's them. None of them know her. One guy said his wife went to school with her. Boom, there comes the text, right? I mean, it was almost simultaneous. So I didn't even respond. So, I mean, you're proving our recordings out quite a lot. What day will they round you guys up? Which group goes first? You're not getting help. Nobody's hinting, Mr. Perry. In fact, it's irritating that you think I would hint. We all want you gone. Because when you're gone, this shit's gone. I won't be broke ever again. I'm sick of being broke. I'll have my privacy back. I'm sick of you watching me in the privacy of my home. I'm sick of being hacked. I'm sick of one problem after another problem. You've called my professors and told them more than once. Tried to get around plagiarism. I guess you just did that the other day. And I'm like, well, I only did about 2 or 3 quotes, and I cited them. So that's not plagiarism. What, we're gonna make a spoof safe assign So it'll look like it's plagiarism, and even if it's not. We got to get her kicked out of school. She's doing too well. You already made my grade go way down. I had a 3.9. That's very high, despite going through what you're going through. But if you're a failure as a person, instead of going out and being successful like Jody Arrington, you're trying to make me fail. You have a little meeting every day. We know about it. Trying to make me fail. Every day you have a meeting asking how much cash does she have, what's in her bank accounts, because we hacked her and we're getting banking information illegally. And let's see, is she going to work today? We got to do that, figure all this out. You prepare all this right here, just like you used to do with my club. Rent it out, make sure nobody comes in there but the 5 guys we have that pay canned food. We're going to take her steak and give her canned food and then tell everybody how we give. We made sure she had food. Oh my God, wow. I've gone without meals many times. I don't date a man that, unless he's got to make sure I don't miss a meal. I don't date men that peep. I don't date men who are butt-ins and cross boundaries and don't have any dignity. I date men who are classy and interesting to talk to and have something that they've been busy doing all day to talk about. I was very attracted to Fabian because I watched him work very hard. I liked his work ethic. That was one of many things, but that was one thing that caught my attention probably first. So if you want to, our shrink is very confused, Mr. Perry, as to what it is your goal is. She says, like I said, she was using my example, toothbrush. If you want clean teeth, you go buy a toothbrush and a toothpaste and you brush your teeth. And if we're not seeing you buy a toothbrush and a toothpaste, then maybe you don't want clean teeth after all. Maybe you're just saying that, but you don't actually want it. So if you want to date, you do what women like. You don't piss us off. You don't invade our privacy and make us feel raped. You don't do things that are illegal. They're illegal because people don't like it when you do that. Deviant stuff. Deviant, sick crap shit. Nasty. To peep on a woman and hack her and cause a problem. So you want to do this crap, make sure you can live with the consequences. And when I quote you, that's part of that. Not all of it, but it's part of it. It's like you asked for it. So easy, it's not even fair. And so we're not seeing you do things that even cover up your crime. We're seeing you just give us more and more and more and more and piss everybody off, and we get more and more and more. And you drag this on and on and on, and you're in a huge imposition. Everybody's just sick and tired of having to deal with. We're tired of it. And when I say give it back and get the fuck out, or they'll do it for you. It's just what they're going to do. Those aren't options. The option for you is you do it or they do it. What I'm saying that is in response to I'm going to starve you into a lie. I'm going to starve you into a lie. You make that threat daily. I'm going to take all your money so you think you have no choice but to take my bribe and lie. I'll live about a week and then you'll murder me. We all know that. We all know that. You've said it. You've talked about it. We're gagging on it. So I'm not going to go anywhere with you. I've done without food a lot. More in my life since I met you than ever before in my life. You're not the kind of man I would ever want to date. You're not the kind of man I'm attracted to. I feel nothing for you but deep disgust. You are hated. Everybody hates you guys. All of you. For the problems that you're causing. People don't like that. And I've said that over and over and over. So when you get told on, don't ask why. Don't act all confused. You asked for it. You wanted that. You know the consequences. You know you fuck with me, you get told on. It's been that way every day since the McNamara email. We got the one about Mike being drugged. I said it before anybody else said it. That's huge. And you act like you just don't know. The McNamara email, same thing. There's a recording, sir, that goes with that. Somebody got so upset, disturbed by what you said you wanted to do to me, to cause a hardship, and a problem, and a harm, and an injury. I lost my home. You like taking people's homes away. You like taking things that people enjoy. And then you can't figure out why everybody hates your guts and we get more information. Nobody's ever gotten this much about your crime in your life. Nobody. We have more than anybody else has ever gotten. And you act like you don't understand what those words mean. So don't go around telling people you want to date. Don't go around telling people you want to cover up. You don't. Because we're not seeing you buy the toothbrush or the toothpaste. You can say that all you want. It's bullshit. Nobody believes you anymore. What we're seeing is a man who is a sex sadist, who enjoys causing problems for everybody else, and then he goes and rubs one out. And you're a slave to your desires. You center your entire day around it. Everything you do is around, how can I cause a problem and get somebody upset and mad, and then I get an erection, or whatever it is you get, go get some sort of, you go rub one out, just like BTK did. This is crime causation, not anything else. Just like BTK did when he did his murders, when he did his crime. He enjoyed watching people have misery. And he said, I'd go in the other room and ejaculate. And you're doing the same thing. So it's a sex crime. You're a sex offender, allegedly. You either are or you're not. You're either doing what we say you're doing or you're not. So, you know, and everybody, you know, you go around saying, well, she can't prove it. And everybody's kind of sick of hearing that, Mr. Perry. Because 3 court cases, I had sued you. You had the chance to go into court, fair and square, and dispute my evidence and prove me wrong. Instead, you go have all these secret ex parte hearings where I'm not allowed in. It's the same thing with Mike Neely's murder trial. Mike needed me to testify. I wanted to testify, and you intentionally suborned perjury when you conceal a material fact from the deciding body that you know could change the outcome, and you have the duty to disclose it. You are committing perjury, and your phone calls to Mitchell and Myers suborned that perjury. And you linked yourself to that murder, by the way. Because if you didn't commit the murder of Chief Miller, you wouldn't have given a shit. Subsequently, there's evidence of coercion. I'm broke. You're trying to force me against my will to say or do something I don't want to do. Everybody's sick of having to deal with you. We don't have any problem getting information because of it. It's so easy, it's not even fair. So when you center your entire day around causing problems, and then you go get some sort of, sex fix off of that, and then you get told on, and told on, and told. We got 5, 10, 20 recordings coming in every fucking day. Some I type up, some I flat don't have time. So there's a whole bunch you don't know anything about. And then you're calling around. Who has those recordings? Is it Baton Rouge? Is it Arizona? Is it Billings? Is it North Dakota? On and on and on. He's asked me, oh my God. And I'm like, we all want, you're not listening. We want for you to be gone. No one's going to help you. Because when you're gone, all these problems, all the drama, all the hacking, all the peeping, all the broke, all that, it's gone with you. All the pestering, all the bothering, that goes with you. We don't have to deal with it anymore. That's what everybody wants. The nightmare's over. So you're not going to get help. I'm sorry. Not this time. You're not a weeble wobble. You're a Jenga game. And I'm the Jenga piece. And you continue to push and pull me, and your whole thing gets wobbly. And y'all act like you can't tell fact from fiction. You can't hit your target if you don't know what the target is. And y'all act like we don't know. Nobody knows what your goal is. But I'll tell you one thing. When you fuck with me, you get caught. We get more and more. And you drag this on and we get more. And you drag this on and we get more. And you cause another problem and we get more. And you pester me all day and we get more. And you cause another drama, we get more. More than anybody has had in your life, Mr. Perry. You're not going to get a date. You get told on and told on and told on and told on. You're a fat slob, lazy turnoff. You're not wanted, you're not loved. You're told on and told on and told on. And no one will help you find those tapes, those recordings, will they? It's a need to know. Those officers are operating undercover. You don't get to know. You don't get to know. You'll know when they're banging on your door. And which of you are they gonna round up first? And what day will that happen? And you do this, we get more. It's just more to pile on you. It's more to pile on you, more to ask restitution. We get more restitution. They want to seize all your shit, sell it, give it to the victims. Me and Mike are top of the list. So, I mean, it's just a legal process that we go through. And we can also sue you civilly, can't we? After that's all over. Can we not? You won't be around to bribe the judge this time, will ya? You'll be in jail. Everybody wants y'all gone. You're not going to get information. You haven't been getting information. We do. We quote you. I quoted you just a minute ago. So, when there's no extortion, I'm telling you what they're going to do. It's part of the legal process. That's it. And it's in response to I'm going to starve you into a lie. Because I get off on women hurting and being upset. That's my thing. I'm a sadist. Yep, that's a mental problem. It's a mental illness. Sadism is a mental illness. It isn't normal to want to hurt people. It's normal to want to stop the hurt. It's normal to want to stop the suffering. Watch the news. You're just not all there, are you? It's embarrassing. So the same thing, last night was the same thing. I mean, I didn't go home with much. It just, you know, we're doing, I'm not doing this because I'm making money. This barely, it doesn't even feed me. What we're doing this is to document Mr. Perry's hacking. That's what we're doing it for. Hacking, stalking, peeping. Because you should know what I'm doing if you're not stalking and peeping or hacking. You would know. I could be at the spa. I could be at the mall. I could be at the Mr. Perry. I need you to shut up. Listen, no one cares what you think. You are not asked. No one gives a fuck what you think. We're sick of hearing it. Everybody's sick of you. Everybody's sick and tired of hearing what you think. I don't like you. Move on. Grow a pair and act like a man and move on. It is a felony to stalk. It is a felony to hack. It is a felony to take money. It is a felony to starve. It is a felony what you're doing. Over. It's not like 20 of them. 20 of them. If you have to ask who told, if you have to call around and find out who has the actual recordings, you are not a weeble wobble and you're not getting away with shit. You're just a delusional whack job who can't understand what's happening. And you need to get a grip on reality. You are a hated man. I don't feel anything but disgust for you. I don't feel anything but disturbed by you. You're creeping me out. You're pissing me off. And so we get more. You're a job. You're crossing a line. You're a job. You're crossing a line. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Every time you're told on, you're being stopped. Dipshit. You act like you can't tell. How can you not tell? Why are we doing this? It's not to use as party entertainment. We all want for you to be gone. Gone. Forever gone. People don't like problems. They don't like drama. They don't like hardship. They don't like suffering. They want you gone. Me, everybody else, you're an imposition we want gone. You're the imposition we're sick and tired of having to deal with. So, you can do it by yourself like a big boy, a law-abiding citizen. Get the fuck out. Or they'll do it for you. It's just what they're gonna do. If they do it, you will not like how they do it any more than you like how they get what you just said and give it to me. And got the Fabian puzzle to me in jail. That was for me. Very specific to me. You're not wanted. You're not loved. You're never gonna get a date. I hate your guts. You disgust me. You don't even try to attract women. You don't even try. You do everything that is a turnoff. You're a sick little fuck. We're tired of dealing with it. So, you want to do this shit. My guys are recording this as I'm doing it too. They're going to walk right in and talk to the judge about it the second I turn this off. Alright? You asked for it. You got it. You're not the only one that can clone phone. You understand? I don't like you. I'm never going to like you. I don't like you. I don't want anything to do with you. You make my skin crawl. You disgust me. I've said that for 13 years. I've done everything I can do to get away from you and not have a conflict. You come up here and you bother and 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 piss people off and cause one problem after another after another. We're sick of dealing with it. We don't have problems getting information. You do. Nobody's going to help you. Everybody's sick of you. We want you gone. When you're in jail, all the problems goes with you. All the pestering goes with you. We don't have to deal with it anymore. So we don't have problems getting information. You do. Nobody's telling you who has those recordings. Nobody's telling you who has anything. Nobody's telling you shit. Are they? Is anybody telling you who has the recordings, Mr. Perry? No. We want for you to be gone. Act like you understand me. You have the shrink very concerned about you. She said, I don't have anything. I mean, he's an elected person, so you would think that for that reason, he would try to prove me wrong, and he's not even trying. I'm not seeing, he's given me nothing to work with that I could say, well, I could be wrong. He always responds like he has no fucking idea what was just said. She doesn't say fucking, I'm paraphrasing her. He always responds like he's not understanding what was just said. He has no idea what she's saying. He's not processing this information. He's acting like he's not got a clue. And we find out, we set a goal, we strategize, we evaluate everybody involved, kind of anticipate outcomes, and if something goes wrong or it doesn't go exactly like we want, we make an adjustment. And this guy does the same thing, the same fail every day. And he says he wants a date, and he does everything Cynthia's disgusted with, and everything she hates, and nothing she likes, and can't figure out why she doesn't like him. No one likes you. No one likes you. We hear all the complaints. Believe me, if we know what you said, we got our ears to the ground in a lot of places, and everybody's sick and tired of you. Everybody's tired of you. Everybody's sick of you. Nobody wants to hear what you think anymore. Everybody's sick of hearing it. We're all sick of hearing, I feel, I think, I want. Shut up. Really. Just shut up. We're all tired of hearing it. You just shut the fuck up. Economic abuse is part of domestic violence, by the way. For you, though, it's different. It's interference with commerce and contracts intending to coerce a lie, which means I'm telling the truth. You gave me a shit ton of credibility doing this right here tonight. Thank you. You're going to be in a different courtroom. This judge you're not buying. These recordings you're not going to get your hands on. I know you think you will. You think a lot of things. You can't tell the difference between a date and a felony. So we don't, people are getting less and less where they listen to what you say, because you don't know you're in delusion. You don't know what the hell's happening. Do you have Huntington's? Because it's getting in your head. It's making you wacky. I don't do pizza. I don't fucking do pizza, and I don't fucking do Wingstop, and I don't fucking do Chick-fil-A. Not anymore. And Chipotle either, because y'all fucked all that up. I just don't do it. I just fucking don't do it. I don't do upside down orders, but I'm broke as I could be. But guess what? I'm proving my case. I'm gonna prove my case. Come hell or high water, I'm gonna fucking prove my case. And you're not making it hard. So, you don't say you want to cover up because you piss everybody off and get everybody mad, and then we get more. It's the same thing every day for 13 years. So, nobody knows. We think you don't want to cover up after all. You don't care anything about that. You enjoy just making everybody mad. The more you piss me off, the more hardship and drama and problems you cause, the more we get. The more you invade my privacy, the more we get. It's like cause and effect, and you act like you don't know what the fuck that even is. Or you need to be in a nursing home. She's like, he acts like he just doesn't know what's happening. He doesn't know grasp on reality. None. Not a clue. And he's still asking Cynthia who told. She's repeatedly told him, I'm not told that. Wouldn't help you if I was. We all want you gone. And she has to say the same thing about 100 times a day, like he's got Alzheimer's. Something's wrong with you. He's got Alzheimer's. She has to say the same thing over and over and over and over. It's not clicking. It's not clicking for him at all. And these are things most people never have to be told. They already know. You know that if you stick your hand in a blender or on a hot stove, you're going to lose your hand. It's going to hurt. It's going to cause a problem for yourself, right? Well, not you. We're telling you, and you're still doing it. Your hand's falling off, and you're still doing it. And then so you can't say you don't want your hand to fall off. You do. Keep sticking your hand on the hot stove and in the blender. What you're saying and what you're doing are not adding up, sir. Is my point. So you got to be able to tell the difference between a felony and a date, and you don't. You got to be able to tell the difference. Cause and effect. When you fuck with me, it's different. You get told on. Look at your results. No date, no cover up. Your crime's not been this uncovered in your entire life, because you do shit like this, and then you go right back at it, and then we quote you again. You go, who told? Well, I told you what the deal is. I told you what causes that. I told you, didn't I? Do you understand what I'm saying? When you cause me a loss, everybody gets mad at you. So we get more and more and more. You're dragging this on and on and on. You're not going to ever get a date with me. You're not the kind of person I want. I think you're a turnoff. You don't even try to be what I want. I'm not going to date a guy who's peeping and pestering and bothering and taking my money. It's not going to happen. You should know what I'm doing right now. The only way you do is illegal means. I've told you to stop, so stop. And every time we quote you, I'm trying to do some seance thing here to make her hurt, and it's not working. Is she on a painkiller? I'm not on a painkiller. I don't even take ibuprofen. I don't smoke pot. I don't do anything like that. It's just that I'm a Christian, and I've asked you to leave me alone, all of you. Leave me alone. And when you don't, and you do shit like this, we get more evidence against you for your criminal case. You don't know who's going to do the arrest, and you don't know who's going to get rounded up first. But I can't do this by myself. Somebody's getting information from you and giving it to me. And you provoke that, the more you cause me a problem. And everybody's sick and tired of it. So stop.